Hello from Kansas City. It is May 9th, day 3 of the Isaiah 62 fast. I am Tiffany Pardue here with Dean By of Return Ministries. Mr. Dean, why do you have me standing in front of a TV?
You're not just standing in front of a TV, Tiffany.
No?
This man here is Francis Chan,
Mm-hmm.
beloved man of God
Mm-hmm.
around the world.
Mm-hmm.
He's partnering with the Isaiah 62 fast. Oh, can you get excited about that?
I'm so excited about that.
But God has done a work in his life, and the humility of
Mm-hmm.
men and women of God, leaders around the world, God is touching. And I want you to just get a glimpse. I want you all to get a glimpse. Let's roll it.
A few months ago, I went to Israel and I was absolutely blown away. I mean, this is like my 5th trip to Israel, but this time I learned under these, Messianic Jews that were teaching me through the scriptures, and it just blew my mind. So much so that I got home and I'm like telling the elders, okay, I need you to come with me because I might be going crazy, but this is huge. Like, this is massive. So we grabbed the elders, their families, and I go, no, I want a film crew too, because I feel like these are messages that people need to understand. Like of course I understand Israel is in every page of this book practically, and there's so much about it, but I didn't quite understand the amazing time that we live in. There are some fascinating things going on in that country right now that you gotta at least consider. I mean, it is mind-blowing that, in about AD 70, you've got Jerusalem destroyed and the temple and everyone kicked out of there, and there's no longer an Israel for 1,800 years. And then in our lifetimes in 1967, suddenly Jerusalem appears again, and now suddenly there's a nation of Israel in our life. I mean, nations don't disappear for 1,800 years and then come back.
Oh, stop.
Crazy.
Yeah. Are you feeling what I'm feeling?
Mm-hmm.
When God is doing this, he's raising up men and women of God and men and women of stature, okay, that love Jesus, and they're getting a revelation of what God's doing with Israel now. And this is so important that we would understand that there is a land of Israel, there's a people of Israel. Jesus is coming back to Jerusalem. So we've got to read the Bible a little bit more literally, and there's a part for the Jew and there's a part for the Gentile. And I'm watching this and I'm just going, well, but something greater. I'm just going to ask if you would just advance it a little bit, and you can go back and watch it. We'll give you a link at the end, but let's just see what else happens here.
So many things. And then I find out that for the first time in human history, in May 7th through 28th, there are going to be 1 million people fasting and praying for Israel for 21 days. And then on May 28th, there's going to be 100 million people worldwide praying for this nation of Israel. I'm telling you, we're living in an amazing time, and I'm going to encourage you to join these believers around the world, fasting and praying for this nation, because, God says when we bless Israel, he'll bless us. When we curse Israel, he'll curse us. That's what he says in Genesis 12. And so it's just a time for us as believers saying, God, for some reason, you care about this place. You care about these people. And then we want them to fall in love with you. And so would you join me and at least 1 million other people, May 7th through 28th. And let's just pour our hearts out to God and say, God, we love what you love. And we hope that this is the time when you bring many people in that nation to a deep, intimate relationship with you.
Wow. Tiffany, I need to hear your heart. What do you think?
There has never been a time where there's been 100 million, but Israel is unifying us across denominations, across the body. like you said, to have leaders. And Francis Chan is beloved by so many of us. So to see him adding his voice to Mike, to Lou, to so many local pastors, many ministries, it's breaking down. Israel is breaking down barriers. Jerusalem is causing us to look away from here and put our eyes over there. And it's an answer to prayer. Wow. The John 17 prayer, first of all, but also, like you said, you've prayed, I've prayed, many of us have prayed, Lord, do what needs to be done in our hearts. Who knew?
And we need fathers of the faith.
Yeah.
You know, when you've got a Lou Engel who's now preaching and teaching about Aliyah, Mike Bickle calling people to pray around the world. You've got this man now bringing a film crew, Francis Chan, to be able to help impart this to others around the planet. Can somebody say praise the Lord? But can this give us any prayer points today that potentially that we can give some consideration to?
Yes, more, Lord, more. You know, I mean, everything's been more about this fast, right? 100,000, 300,000, you know, no, he said 1 million. Where are we at as of today that we know of? Over 5 million. More leaders, more shepherds, more mothers, more fathers, more families engaging this fast. And so I think one major prayer is, it doesn't matter if we're 3 days in, who needs to be invited to join us in this fast? Who does this video need to be shared with? Who does Francis Chan influence? You know, that someone could go, I don't really think about Israel, but I really like this man. I honor and respect him. And so I think we need to pray for our leaders.
Yes.